Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. I am Kristen Nicole Mann, and I am back with a part two. Um, I talk about a lot, but welcome back. I have been posting a lot of videos about different topics, more so around the mental health area. So I hope y'all didn't think that I was gonna leave you um, with no part two to the heartbreak live that I did. I can't remember when I did it, but I did it maybe a couple of days ago. I talked about 5 ways to get over heartbreak, and tonight I am talking about the 7 dysfunctional signs of heartbreak. Now, I wanted to reverse engineer because sometimes we don't think that we are heartbroken. And like I said, it could be a deep problem that you can have in your life because there are some people that pass away from broken hearts. That's a real thing. So if you missed the first one, I encourage you to go on my YouTube channel. It is under Kristen Nicole Mann. It's posted there. The 5 ways to get over heartbreak. And tonight we're going to talk about the seven. Actually, I got 7 dysfunctional signs of heartbreak. So I'm not going to be before you long, but I hope you all had a good day, good week so far. I don't even know what day it is, but let's get started. Let's get started. Um, so, therefore, I got my notes, like always, on my phone. So, heartbreak is a very touchy topic to talk about. It's very painful. We all have went through it, whether it was a romantic relationship or it was a friendship or other ways that you can experience heartbreak. And a lot of us, just sometimes we need to know what we're dealing with. And, tonight I have some things. So, I'm going to read what I wrote out. And it says, therefore, a broken heart feels so difficult and painful to deal with, like I just said. The person often withdraws in their shell and is pushed into depression. So, heartbreak and depression could go hand in hand. Not sure why I clap, but y'all know what I mean. A person with a broken heart also or often has episodes of sobbing, rage, and despair. They may not eat or sleep for days and may also neglect their personal hygiene. So, I on the last video, I was talking about when I slipped into depression because of a heartbreak that I was experiencing. Thank God it was when I was younger. Thank God. But what happened was I really neglected myself, bettering myself, or anything pertaining to myself. I did actually take showers, but that was pretty much it. I rejected like everything else in life that I could have been doing was a neglect. So, you may not eat or sleep. I also didn't eat a lot. So I got like really skinny during that depression. And it's just not fun or it's all like be sensitive with people right now. Like it's not good to always make fun of people that are dealing with depression either because it could be rough. So the first thing that I want to or sign that I want to go over, and I always put these in the comment section so that you all can have them for note purposes. Let me make sure this is turned down because I don't want my voice to scare y'all. So, number one is exhaustion. So, the number one, now let's show it and see if it blocks my mouth out. So, number one is exhaustion. So, with the combination of stress, physical pain, and changes in your brain, it's fair to say that heartbreak can be very taxing. If you notice changes in your energy levels or in your ability to move through the day, this may be a sign that you have a broken heart and it's taking a physical toll on you. So, exhaustion, is something, a sign that you could have if you are experiencing heartbreak. Now, let's, as people, track back if this is something that we recently went through. So you may have lost a friendship, you may have lost a romantic partner. And if you're dealing with exhaustion after that, this could be a sign of your heart actually being broken. And sometimes we don't like to admit that. We like to just maybe move forward with work or something to keep us busy, but we could, push ourselves to be exhausted by mentally thinking about it over and over and over again. And I believe I mentioned on the last one, we sometimes we take fault for what happened. So we can replay like what we could have did better, how we could assess the, situation better. So exhaustion is number one. So that if that's a sign, if that's something that you have been wrestling with or dealing with after a breakup, you should probably check that out. Let's go to number two. And I don't want to talk too fast, but y'all understand. So number two is withdrawal. If I'm saying that right, withdrawal. So, love itself actually functions like an addiction. When you are in love, a chemical called dopamine stimulates your brain's reward system like it would as a reaction to nicotine or cocaine. But because the brain still needs time to adjust to this, you may experience withdrawal similar to one associated with drug addiction. So, this has always been a sign for me. If I happen, like if I look back at a heartbreak that I went through, yeah, this, you can have withdrawal effects. Like it could be a drug it can feel like a drug to be with someone, like sometimes. And especially if you have fallen in love with that person and you were with that person like tight, not in a good way, but a toxic way, you can have the withdrawal effects after y'all have broken up or disconnected. And it can feel like you are in recovery from an addiction. And so you can have the sweats, you can have the just the cramps of, all the bundled up in the bed, like lonely, stressed out. Like these are all the things that you could actually experience through a heartbreak. So this is why I wanted to go through this, because it's very important. I think it gets left out a lot of, mental health talks. Like they want to talk about all the other things, but sometimes, we have to get to the root of this stuff. And sometimes it's heartbreak. And so if you are experiencing, or someone that's experiencing withdrawal effects, definitely check on them, get that checked out, because it could be a sign of heartbreak. All right, so the next thing we're going to, or sign we're going to, hopefully so far this is helping. Emotional emptiness. All right, so you're just going to see my eyes, but sometimes if you've invested so much time, love, and energy into a relationship, it can be hard to endure the emotional repercussions. This is why emotional emptiness and numbness is so common within heartbreak. It's sort of a brain's way of protecting you from feeling the full effect of the emotional pain that heartbreak can bring. As a result, your emotions might be blocked and you may feel, well, nothing. So you could actually feel empty inside. I'm going to take that down. You can feel empty inside and not have emotions. Your emotions could be blocked. Let's go back to bringing it up. And it says numbness. Like, have you been numb towards things after a breakup? I'm not telling you that you're going through a breakup right now, but I'm telling you these things to maybe assess your signs that you may still be heartbroken from something. So it's important to look at all of these and figure out, which ones you may see a family member doing this, or you may be dealing with this. So you want to make sure you just check into that. So I'm going to go to number 4. What is number 4? All right. Now, this one is a big one. Okay. Number 4, physical pain is a sign of heartbreak. Physical pain. So love hurts sometimes, not all the time, but love hurts, especially if you have fallen for someone and you all are not together no more. So you've probably heard it everywhere, and for good reason. Did you know that a broken heart, it's supposed to say heart, can actually cause pain all over your body? The sudden surge of cortisol can cause stress not only in your mind, but also in your body. A large amount of prolonged stress is tough to overcome and can have a multitude of physical effects. According to WebMD, some of the physical signs of stress are headaches, chest pain, an upset stomach, and more frequent colds. Okay, so I'll give you a little backstory about me. I used to always get colds when I was dealing with someone trifling. When I was in relationships with toxic people and the relationship was just not good, I always came under a cold or something. Like I was always sick. And that was one of the signs I knew, like, I don't want to deal with this heartbreak and stuff no more. Like, I have to recover from this. And like it was saying in here, you can get headaches, chest pain, upset stomach is a big one that people skip. Like, you ever went somewhere and you couldn't use the bathroom? Like you want to, and I mean number 2, you want to, but you just like your body is not allowing like your anything to flow out of you. That's a sign like you're not in a safe place, or you just have been dealing with a lot of stress. So again, these are dysfunctional signs. It doesn't say that these are positive signs. These are dysfunctional signs. So if you are still dealing with these type of things after a breakup long time ago, take the steps towards getting healed. Talk to a counselor, talk to a psychologist, talk to a pastor if you need to. I encourage you to always go to someone professionally that really specifically handles this, because then you can they can pull out things from you that you just may not even be thinking of, or it may be lying dormant. So let's go to the next one, which I've talked about in my last lives, but I'm going to bring this up again because this is another sign of heartbreak, and it's grieving. So if you are grieving, this is a sign of dysfunctional heartbreak. So many experts have described a significant overlap between grieving and heartbreak. For this reason, the signs and symptoms of grieving can very much apply here. Remember that grief is a very personal experience and can look different for everyone. Remember, look different for everyone. However, experts agree that the general patterns or stages of grief can apply to a breakup in a similar way to the loss of a loved one. So, breaking up with someone can be similar to losing someone passing away. I went through this before. It literally felt like a death. And looking back now, I'm like, why did I feel that way over that person? But you can feel like someone has just went away forever, and your body reacts to that, your brain reacts to that. So you could be grieving, and it's not it's not the same for everyone. Like they said, it's a very personal experience. So you can be dealing with it differently than someone else that you may call up on the phone, like a friend you may confide in. They may not grieve like you. You might have other signs that they're not used to or familiar with. So like I said, be careful with who you talk to about certain things. Definitely go to a professional first. If you do have someone you trust, that's great as well. But everyone's not going to understand. So that's just a side note. So what number are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're on 6. So we're almost done. So number 6, this is a big one too. You get distracted easily. This is a dysfunctional sign of heartbreak. You get distracted easily. So you can't seem to concentrate. If your mind keeps wandering and you can't focus because of all the thoughts racing around your head, this is due to your heartbreak. So after a breakup, after a loss of a friendship, after a loss of a break in a relationship with a family member, if you are easily distracted, pay attention to that sign. You could be heartbroken and thinking about it repeatedly. Like I said a couple minutes ago, it can stay on your mind. Like the situation can replay over and over and over again. And once it replays, like we want to always, especially if you're a problem solver, you want to solve the problem. You want to know, like, what did I do? Did I not say enough? Did I not love them enough? Did I not do this enough? Like, we naturally as humans want to always figure out something. So if you're distracted easily, like if you got to go to work, and I used to be at work and I used to just go into a daydream about the scenario when I was heartbroken, and it would take me away from reality. And so you have that effect, you might want to check into that, because that could really be detrimental for your path in life. Stay focused, but find some help to get back focused with what you are supposed to do. Sometimes God removes people for a greater purpose in our lives. So don't beat yourself up. Don't be upset. It's just God telling you it's time to move on. So we're going to go to the last one, and I hope that you all really get this one, because it's not healthy to have this sign. The last one is you can't sleep. Okay. So the last dysfunctional sign is that you can't sleep. Lying awake at night, thinking about the person who broke your heart, and the constant replay of your breakup, like I just said, or last conversation, to the point where you simply cannot get to sleep, is a common sign your heart is breaking. Being tired makes us feel more emotional too. So you know how our little kids or toddlers that you see, and they're like, they haven't took a nap, they want to stay up all night, and they're like frustrated at the world when they don't get sleep, like, it makes you actually more emotional. So if you have to go to work and you had a breakup and you're up all night, you're thinking about the person, you're going to be pretty snappy to people that you probably shouldn't be snappy to. But getting sleep, y'all, is healthy. So when you can't get sleep, this is a sign that you may not be over that breakup. So again, talk to someone professional, get professional help that you need. It's not always easy to admit that someone broke your heart, but these are dysfunctional signs, and we are not carrying dysfunction into our new year. So that's why I went over these, and I want to go over the bonuses too. And I'm going to put these in the comments. So the bonuses are: you've lost your sense of motivation. You're not taking care of your needs, and you're not having fun anymore. That's a big one. Like, have fun. Forget about that person. Have fun. She may have broke your heart. He may have broke your heart, but guess what? God does not break our heart. He wants us healed. So when we're not having fun no more, we're not having the motivation we're supposed to have for our purpose, when we're not taking care of our needs, this is not how God wants us. He wants us healthy, healed, and happy. So these are signs that you want to take to that professional, or you want to take to in prayer and say, God, I've lost my motivation. I've lost, I've not taken care of myself. I'm not having fun no more. What do I need to do? And he will point you to the right person to speak to, the things, the hobbies you may be needing to pick up. Go do an art class, go do some threading or do something different outside of your comfort zone, and leave the past behind. I know it's easier said than done, but a lot of us have went through heartbreak, and you're not alone. So don't ever feel like you are alone. And if you do, reach out to someone. So let's go over these one more time really quick. All right, so number 1, 7 signs of dysfunctional heartbreak. I think that's what I titled it. I don't know. Yeah, 7 dysfunctional signs of heartbreak. So number 1, exhaustion. Number 2, withdrawal. I thought I was gonna say withdrawal of almost like, just feeling like something was taken from you that was your form of help to get throughout the day. Number 3, emotional emptiness. Emotional emptiness. Number 4, physical pain. Number 5, grieving. Number 6, you get distracted easily. And then number 7, you can't sleep. So that, oh yeah. And then the bonus is you've lost your sense of emotion or motivation. You're not taking care of your needs, and you're not having fun anymore. So that's it for tonight. I hope this helped. I still have a discount code on my website, Overcomer. You can go get journals there to write your thoughts and feelings out. You can go get artwork, whatever you need, creativity wise. It's there. Again, my YouTube channel is Kristen Nicole Mann. This will be uploaded to there. And I hope this helps. Go back through the notes, write them out if you need to. But let's all get healed, y'all. I just want to help in some way, shape, or form. And I just know that you are going to make it through this. If you are going through this currently, you will make it through. You are an overcomer. So ask God for peace. I pray peace over your life. But yes, this is Kristen Nicole Mann, and I talk about God, lifestyle, beauty, and so much more. But love you all, and have a good night. Bye.